YouTube. Hey, I feel like we haven't just had a talk recently, and if I'm being totally honest, I'm actually doing this because I wanted to give Andrew a bit of a day off. He still technically has to do small bits of editing for this video, but it takes him about 30 minutes versus the few hours that it would take him to make a normal video, so I wanted to give him a break for a day. I feel like you and I haven't had a genuine talk, and so I wanted to come on here and update you on a few things that are going on in my life and in the content creation sphere. So I wanted to talk about 3 main things in this video. So if you want to skip around and watch those 3 things, there'll be little chapters below. I want to talk about where the fuck is the offline series that I said I was going to make. 2, am I switching to YouTube streaming and all that shit, or Kick streaming, whatever? And 3, am I happy right now? Because I think that's something that if you like a content creator enough to watch a video like this, you probably actually give a shit about a little bit, maybe, or you'll skip that part of the video. Fuck you. To answer the first question, where the hell is the offline series? I have tried to make it many times. I have probably recorded 8 hours, then not recorded a couple of times as well. I've actually had one, it's a Slay the Spire thing to start out the series, and I recorded one run. It was a god run. It would have been so good. My commentary was S tier. I look over at my OBS, I'm not recording. I'm an idiot. But yeah, it's actually something, it's a pretty tough challenge to start off the series. And so I've been trying a lot, and I've gotten a little bit demotivated about it, but I think the idea for the series is really good, so I really want to do it. Just stay in touch for that. Sorry that it hasn't come out yet. I know that it's been like over a month. That's my fault. I'm an idiot. I'm a stupid dum-dum. You can call me all of those things. Now for the bigger question, the second question, with everything that's going on in the landscape. If you don't know, you don't care about, or you don't know anything about the streaming world, essentially, Twitch is making a lot of changes that are very anti-streamer and essentially going to be taking away a large portion of successful content creators' revenues, and also stifling the ability for smaller creators to get to a point where they can go full-time. So basically, they're just taking the 2 extremes of streaming, and then they're making it shittier for both. Then they're just kind of like pushing it into the middle to where like 1,000 streamers or so get to benefit from it, but then the even less streamers that are going to be not hurt by it. So essentially, Twitch is just going to be taking away about 30% of my revenue next year. And so there's like the thought of, are you going to switch? Are you not going to switch? Actually, the day that I'm recording this right now, in about 2 hours, I am going to be driving to Denver and having dinner with Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch. So, I mean, good stuff is happening, hopefully. I think that a lot of the people at Twitch want to make things better, want things to be better. I genuinely do believe that, but I think that there are people above people's heads, and there's like the overall company as a whole that is doing a lot of anti-streamer things. But I think that there are a lot of people that want to be better, and I think the major move, the fact that Dan is willing to meet with a content creator like myself, and he's meeting with a lot of content creators, going around to major cities and meeting with them and having dinner with them and getting to genuinely hear from them. That's something that the previous CEO, as far as I know, never really did in the last many years that he was the CEO. That is cool, and I want to give pluses to Twitch on that, and then fuck yous to Twitch on the fact that, you know, they're just constantly doing things to hurt all types of creators. Does that mean that I'm going to come and stream over on YouTube? I would prefer not to. And the main reason is I think that there's a very strong reason to want to diversify your content, not put all of your eggs in one basket. Now, if Twitch is the best, or if YouTube's the best move to stream on, of course, I'll come over and stream on it. But I think that I would like to stream off platform as long as possible, so that if anything does happen where Twitch goes tits up, or if I switch to another platform and it goes tits up and everything crashes and burns, then I can come back to YouTube, right? Whereas it's the same thing. If YouTube goes tits up, you guys know that I am over on Twitch, right? Like, the likelihood that YouTube does that, very, very low, but I do think that it's good to have a diversification of assets, so be it. It's like the same thing with, if you ever looked at like investing YouTube, they're like, don't ever put everything in the real estate or everything into the S&P 500 or whatever. Do various different things. And I think that it's the same thing when you work for yourself in this capacity as well. So yeah, maintaining a little bit of diversity is it. As for Kick, I don't have any desire to go stream on Kick. The 95.5 is very tempting. I've seen a couple of my content creator friends go over to Kick. I have been critical of my content creator friends. I've even lost a content creator friend over differences of opinions about the platform of Kick. My essential thing is I don't like that they are paying $50 million and given co-owner position of the platform to somebody that has called for the death of transgender people. Not a big fan of that. It as a whole, and I'm not a big fan of that. So if they clean that shit up, the whole parent company thing, one's owned by a giant gambling casino, that's Kick, and then one is owned by Amazon, that's Twitch, and then one is owned by the Illuminati, that's YouTube. Whoever, the larger companies at the top, I think is relatively irrelevant in terms of where are you going to go stream personally. If you draw your own personal lines based on one, I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's A-okay. I would probably choose Twitch over Kick in terms of their parent companies and what they're, and just my own personal values and my own personal struggles with addiction and things like that. But that's for each individual to decide. I just don't like that the public face of the company is a bigot. I don't like that. It rubs me the wrong way. Versus I get to go have dinner now with the public face of Twitch, right? Versus I would never want to get in a room with the leaders and the owners of Kick. All three of them. I think it's Trainwrecks, Steak Eddie, and Aiden. So I really, that's the difference to me. But again, if you draw your own lines differently, that's perfectly fine. And yeah. And the final question: are you happy? I've actually never been happier. I'm not good at expressing positive emotions. But yes, I in recent past, even though right now, like, YouTube numbers are like they ebb and flow, right? And right now, YouTube numbers are a little bit down, subs per month are a little bit down, but I think that it's gonna turn itself around. It always seems to. For the first time, like, numbers are going down, and I'm not anxietal, I'm not panicking. I'm on new medication, so maybe that has a lot to do with it, but I also feel like I'm just in a better place mentally. Overall, I'm happier. Hannah and I, my partner, we're finally trying to figure out what we want. When we moved to Colorado, we loved Colorado. We moved to Springs, which is like the town an hour south of Denver, because it's a lot cheaper and it was a lot more less urban, which was something that neither of us had really ever experienced, and we were scared of it. But we figured out that a lot of the people here don't share the same values that we do. And there's a lot of old people with families, and so we would like to go live near some young people. And also, mainly, actually, the main reason that we've decided to move to Denver is because of her job. She really wants to work with exotic animals in the veterinary field. There's just not a lot of opportunities to do that here. So there's many countless opportunities in Denver. So we're moving to Denver. I'm really happy about that. We're going to be living downtown, which is going to be so scary. And crime, but is what everybody's going to say. But I'm actually really excited about that. I've been to Denver countless number of times now that I've lived in Colorado, and the culture there is amazing. The people there are generally awesome. I'm very excited to go there. Yeah, I've never been happier with my job, never been happier with the people that have been coming over to the stream and being supportive, as long as they're not just begging for gameplay when I'm not doing gameplay. Genuinely, thank you all for the support, whether you watch this video and you've never seen another one of mine, whether you skipped this video and you're not seeing this part, whether you are a full-on stream and YouTube and VOD channel that I haven't uploaded on in like a month watcher. Oopsies. Still trying to, get a couple of things under control in my life. But, overall, I don't think I've ever had a time in my life when I've been happier, and I think that it's nice to hear that sometimes from other people with all of the garbage and shit going on in the world. There's a lot of garbage, there's a lot of shit, a lot of things to be angry about, a lot of things to be sad about. Yeah, to be able to be like, I am more mentally stable than I've ever been and happier than I've ever been. It's cool. It's cool. Hope that you're doing all right. Feel free to share how you're feeling in the comments. Let's have a talk. Or come over to my Discord or come over to the stream. It's probably better ways to actually have a conversation with me. You can tell me something in the comments, but it's hard to, circle back and have a back and forth. But Discord is a much better place. And also the stream is the best place. I usually chill at the beginning of my stream for about an hour every single day, just talking. And if there's something on your mind that you want to talk about, chances are we might want to talk about it too. So don't be a stranger, or don't be parasocial, but feel free to come over to the stream and hang out, lurk until you feel comfortable to talk, whatever you want to do. But yeah. Poggers to Andrew for getting a day off. See you guys tomorrow. Mwah.